Just trying to get a bite-sized. Can I get through here? Yes, I can. Through here. What is... It's like it knew. So weird. Okay. This time, the boxes and the chairs, none of them are passed through. We might find something again if we come here again. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, gotta look at that. Ever dreamed this man? Classic. Oh shit. Alright. Oh shit. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where in God's name? Bring me the Mirror's Edge while running the camera controller. What's it gonna let me walk through? Let me through one. Let me through one.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
I can do it.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character.
This is timed.
This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Timed. And I'll be back.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
It brings back imagery to the engine.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
The machine is angry.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket.
He just holds it tighter.
Buckets, it's all it knows.
He loves it.
That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now.
Hello.
We'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Yeah.
Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Think about. Alright, if I do it again, will it pitfall me?
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
32 just stayed quiet and kept sharpening his instruments. Sharpening everyone else's instruments, but then they had no pencil left. Funny way to consider it.
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together. Stanley clutched the bucket
Do it
tightly
again.
to his chest and entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting
Spin
room.
on your way there.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee
Show
lounge
them you
was
see
simply
the
place
sign.
to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Yep. More or less the same. Get behind this. Let's do what we can.
Oh, Stanley, I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just
Okay.
sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what
Is the
fans want from a
nature
sequel.
of
They want
this.
more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
I gotta find more adventurers first.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
God. The hell? It's so fucked up there. Doesn't make any sense. Got collision there. Okay. So weird. Oh man. Wow. Okay. What is up with that? Okay. Well, I'm here, triggering it again. I've found the positional states. I am now the Shadow Monster Man. Where else? What is the nature of that culling effect? What are they hiding? What is the nature of that? Okay, can't walk through that. I see the blueprints. I see the blueprints. They're still building it. It's the transitional nature. Another French film piece. Always being built. Always still under construction. Okay. Mm-hmm. that. What the hell? Why does it look? It looks rattier than all the other ones. Yeah, that one's. Sorry. And it fades and flickers out too. Now you know which one I'm looking at. Just one closest to that. Move back over here. And when I get to it, yep, there it is. And I'm trying to figure out what am I looking at there. Turns on very bright light. Can't be intentional. I mean, keep saying it. It can't be unintentional. Okay, well, I see it. I'm trying to. I think I've made enough contact with it. Yeah, look at that. And so I'm by the box now, and it turns that way. All right, what if I'm by? I probably won't be able to see it from there. As I said, Drew just believes it's a broken game now. Baked shadows, I see, boys. Okay. Bizarre. Okay, should move on. There might be another place to winch through. You found a new result. You're getting smaller though. Still have goosebumps though. Still have goosebumps. Bizarre. Don't even feel that unsettled. I just keep turning on. Room 420.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Yes. It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
I know it's here. Oh, I'm so close on it. So close.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable.
Okay,
True,
I can't
it
stand
also
it
was
one
not
more
in the
time.
original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Couldn't do it another time, Jesus Christ. Okay, whiteboard ending. I actually, man, this is where I got my first pitfall, actually. And I just posted some of the results, but I got the bucket out here, and this door stayed open. And then when I went back through the room, it was
All of
blacked
his
out. I
co-workers
was
were
able to
gone.
go through the
What could
door.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Why
meeting
should I
room.
be able to
Perhaps he
go
had
to
simply
the
missed a memo.
I think this should be bark mode. Yep. Dog mode. Yep.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Yep.
Stanley
There we
pressed
go.
the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
The whiteboard bucket ending is what I called it. Why? Nowhere else?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I wonder if it echoes in. Yeah, I gotta see. Yeah. Throwback.
Stanley, you feel it. The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. Really feel it.
Is it entitled?
It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Getting into name-calling now, it seems. He says how low the broom closet has sunk that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket. Stanley,
Ooh.
I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it. Okay, I've got
Already got
something
there.
which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Yep.
There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Barking up to that.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see,
Yes.
I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker. You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetuous room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
He walked off. That was good. He walked off. But you see, I see other people have more stickers than me. But the bucket on the music videos show lots more stickers. What's where you find the music located on YouTube? I don't think I'm getting any more. Yeah, 3 dog. Actually, no Bark Nolson. Yeah, even better, right? No Bark Nolson.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Let's see. Be a nice place to end. The red door.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is unexplainable. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket! Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket. Come to me, Stanley!
That's exactly what it was like.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket
Was inside of him all along.
was in This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was.
He obviously forgotten his bucket.
He'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Marielle thought. And she hugged her
Did
own
any of
bucket.
us know that the Stanley Parable was in fact a piece of code that was going to literally make us into a
She would soon
Stanley?
have to confront at work. Provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work. his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's our bucket.
A good bucket. A strong bucket.
A humble bucket.
A committed bucket.
Oh.
A bucket of culture and dispute. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Let's go do the normal ending. I want to see what the normal ending's looking like these days. I could collect the last Stan Loreen, but there's an on and an off.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I see. Just part of the texture. Every time. That. Hell yeah. Time. Yep. Oh, of course. How could I forget? But then...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
Those look like
Nor in his bliss
pompousness,
of
but
simply
it's
being
not
near the
bad.
bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the
I didn't
keypad
manage to break
was
through the
2845.
fireplace, but it wasn't, it just let me pass it. That was, I think, when I was unable to pass through this part of the bookshelf here. It's very weird.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input
I always
anything on
wait.
the device was useless,
I
since he
like
could
to
never
wait. I
possibly
think
know
waiting
that
is
the
a big part of
combination
it.
was
Oh, gotta see the camera.
2845.
Gotta say hello. Hi. Hmm.
2845.
So much on my mind. Yeah. That's really fine with me. Works better that way.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Right at it. Forgot to do that. Stan Loreen's there. Not collecting it. It's definitely dynamic shadows if I'd ever seen them. But those are soft, kind of softer than they wanted to be. Dynamic shadows there. God, get me back down there. Made it to the bottom of the mind control facility in a different way.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the
It's
large door that read
914.
Mind Control Facility.
Oh shit. So many things changed right when I realized where I was here. Right when I realized I was here. My friends always knew I always had such a big problem with existence.
The lights rose
I always
on an
said it.
enormous room
I don't know
packed
how
with
they
television
didn't.
screens.
I did
What
not know how
horrible
they did
secret
not
did this
have a
place
bigger
hold?
problem with
Stanley and the
existence.
bucket both wondered to themselves.
For them, I'd start now. Clock's ticking.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst
Okay,
into
that's a
tears.
picture of the back rooms.
Stanley straightened it gently, reassuring
Or
it
it's
that
really a
everything
liminal
would be
picture
fine.
of a hotel. What it is in the back rooms. I think there's a few others here. The bucket changes that I saw. 000. Okay, let's do this.